So good morning everyone. Today we will be learning about advanced traffic management strategies for Indian traffic condition. So myself Tyagaraj KJ, working as assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. So we will see one by one what is this advanced traffic management strategies for Indian condition. Okay. First, we will see what are the Indian conditions, how the foreign condition is there in the traffic strategies or traffic condition. So you can observe here that the Indian condition where the traffic will be moving randomly without orderly movement of vehicle. But in the foreign countries, there will be a orderly movement of traffic where separate lanes will be provided for different categories of vehicles. For example, four-wheelers will be moving in a separate four-wheeler lane, then trucks will be moving in a separate truck lane, then two-wheelers will be moving in a separate two-wheelers lane, and there will be a separate bus lanes also provided in the roads. But in Indian condition, it is not there. So we are not following any separate lane policies for Indian condition, where all the categories of vehicles can be using all the lanes which are available for movement of traffic. So you can observe in the photo that the BMTC bus, truck, then cars, two-wheelers, everyone are using different categories of lanes. Now, the next thing is the why we require this traffic management system. So because they are low cost, effective in nature, but are limited to some 4 to 5 parameters we have considered. Which are those parameters? The first one is intersection and signal improvements, because the majority of the traffic congestion occurs at the intersection and where there is a improper operation of signals. There we are going to apply this transport management system. Then freeway bottleneck removal programs. Bottleneck means whenever there is a construction of road or road widening is there, means or laying of electric lines or water supply lines there, where they are going to reduce the width of the road, there we can observe this bottleneck situation. Then data collection to monitor system performances, that is collecting the data and analyzing the data for the existing systems. Then special event management services. For example, if there is any special events are occurring in an area, means there we are going to have a proper planning of that management event management services. Next is travel demand management. So there are various options are available for travel demand management, that is public transit, taxi cabs, car sharing, paratransit, ride share, walking, biking and bike share, telecommunicating, commuting. So these are the various travel demand management where we can reduce the travel demand or where we can reduce the number of vehicles which are moving on the road by adopting this public transit system like buses, then metros, rails, all those things will accompanies this paratransit system. Then taxi cabs, where we are using these taxis like Ola and Uber. Car sharing or carpooling we can call, where we are going to share the car, where people are having the same origin and destination. There we can go for this car sharing. Paratransit like autos, cabs and all those things which comes under paratransit, which will reduce the travel demand. Ride share, that is sharing the rides. Then walking also, which will reduce the travel demand effect. Biking and bike share, then telecommuting. So these are all the various travel demand options what we are having in our Indian conditions. Next one is the basic restraint methods which are adopted for TDM is it should be flexible, that is it should meet differing and changing needs. When there is any change in the needs of the travel demand, it should be flexible enough. Then efficient, it should be efficient under any circumstances. Okay, then it should be selective by type, area and time of journey, fair and acceptable to community at large, simple to administer, enforce, and not to open to abuse. Then easy to understand and to follow for both casual and regular travels. So whatever the TDM techniques, what we are going to adopt, it should be adopted by both casual and regular travelers. Next one is some of the techniques commonly adopted are carpooling and other ride-sharing programs, peripheral parking system, chartered buses, then staggering of office hours, which comes under the one of the technique in the TDM, internal shuttle service, parking restraint, that is restricting the parking for all the types of vehicles, road pricing, that is tolls, entry fee, then priority for buses in traffic. Earlier in Bangalore, it was adopted that a separate bus lane, that is priority bus lane, was adopted. Now they have removed this priority bus lane. Then restriction on entry of trucks during daytime. This is a common TDM technique what we have adopted in Indian conditions. Next is some of the commonly adopted techniques you can observe here. That is car sharing, road pricing, separate bus lanes, avoiding the truck during daytime, separate bus lane and public transport systems, then parking restraint. These are some of the commonly adopted TDM techniques what we are adopted in India. Next is traffic management measures. So some of the traffic management measures according to Indian Roads Congress are one-way streets, tidal flow operations, exclusive bus lanes, closing side streets. So these are all the various traffic management measures what we have adopted in Indian condition. So you can observe here the objectives of this traffic management measures are to reduce the number of accidents. The best thing or the main agenda of this management measure is to reduce the number of accidents. That is the traffic engineer, the main objective is to avoid the number of accidents which are going to take place in the area, and to ensure a smoothness of traffic movement, to improve movement of goods and humans, to balance modal split. That is, we are having various kinds of modes, right? So those modes should be balanced. Then to minimize clash between vehicles and pedestrians, again it comes under the accident studies. To control and manage the car parking, which these are all the some of the major objectives of traffic management measures. Now we will see what are all the regulatory measures as per Indian Roads Congress. First one is one-way streets, reversible lanes, turning movements, turning restrictions, closing side streets. So these are all the traffic regulatory measures as per Indian Roads Congress. Now one-way streets, we can observe the common traffic regulatory measure. Second one is reversible street. The second common traffic regulatory measure, then reversible lane, then turning moment restriction, especially in the intersections where there is a turning moment restriction, then closing side streets. Then comes the traffic segregation, which is one of the parameter which we are going to consider for reduction in accidents. That is vehicle segregation, pedestrian vehicle segregation, time segregation. That is the vehicle segregation means separate lanes or segregating one type of vehicle from the other type of vehicle. Then pedestrian vehicle segregation, where the pedestrians will be having a separate lane when compared to the vehicle lanes. And time segregation, avoiding the trucks during daytime to enter into the city. Time segregation. Then comes the major thing what we have adopted in India is intelligent transport system. That is, which will provide a modern information and communication technologies in vehicles, which will increases the safer travel, reduces the congestion, maximizes the capacity. Various intelligent transport systems are advanced traffic management system, advanced traveler information system, advanced vehicle control system, commercial vehicle operation system, advanced public transport system, advanced rural transport system. These are the various types of intelligent transport systems what we are following in India. Next one is applications. So these are all the various applications of intelligent transport system. That is detect vehicle crashes, monitoring the incidents on the road, assist driver about the alternative routes, information to the drivers, provide electronic toll collections, provide information of public transport buses, routes and schedules. All those things comes under this intelligent transport system. Then automated highways for vehicles, manage fleet and freight movement, toll collections, electronic road pricing, all those, and decongestion of the city centers, which can be done by using this intelligent transport system. So this is about the traffic scenario in India and its control measures in